Hello everyone. So now in this class we are going to learn how we can configure the DHCP server in CISCO router. So if you see, I taken one CISCO router here and we can take one switch here. Okay, imagine this is a small company. You have a small company where you have maybe 20 computers in the small company, and they are using the same VLAN. Later we will do for multiple VLAN, but now imagine in this one we have all the computers belongs to same VLAN 1. So this is a small company. This company is very small. They don't have budget. They have 20 computers, or you can imagine this is a computer lab, small computer lab where they are teaching some courses. And we have some PCs, 15 to 20 computers we have. Okay, 15 to 20 computers we have. What we need to do, we need to configure the DHCP server, and all computers are in the default VLAN. So now we are going to do that one. Okay, so if you see here, this one is the router, we can say, and in this one later what we can do, if we want to elaborate this one, we can connect this router. Now we can say this is the R1. Later if you need, what we can do here in the next class, we can connect this to the ISP. You can say Internet Service Provider, and here you can configure the default route and you can configure the NAT pad here. Okay, later we will see this one. Now our main job is to configure the DHCP server in this router. So this router will behave like a DHCP server. Okay, this router is behaving like a DHCP server, and this router is going to give the IP address to all this computer. We need to remember this router is behaving like a DHCP server, and he is going to give the IP address to all this computer. Okay, so now let's do the configuration. Let me start the configuration. First of all, I will log into the router. And what we can do, I can select like this, and I can, let me select all. Let me select this all. Okay, I selected all. Now I am going to move this here. I will open the this CLI of router, and we will do the configuration. Configuration is simple. First what we will do, we will go here, we will do enable config T. We will change the name of the router as R1. And after that I will define the IP. We are going to assign the IP to the interface. So we will assign this IP like interface fast Ethernet 0x0, IP address 192.168.1.1, and give space, write 255.255.255.0, and we will write no shut. So this way we will assign the IP address. Now we need to configure the DHCP server. So if you want to configure the DHCP server, how we are going to configure? We are going to write IP DHCP pool, and you can define the name here. I will write DHCP server only. Your wish, you can give anything here. I will give IP DHCP server. Then you need to write network, and from what range you want to define, you need to write that network ID. So I need to give the IP address from this network. So I am giving this one, and we need to define here default router. So what will be the gateway to this all computers? So I will give this gateway is nothing but the IP address of the router interface. So this router, let me write here, in this interface we are going to assign this IP. Already we assigned. Okay, this IP we assign to this router interface fast Ethernet 0x0. If you see here, and I am giving the same IP to this what we can say gateway as a DHCP server. In this DHCP server I am giving the same IP. Which IP? Router interface IP. So that will go as a gateway to all the computer. And one more thing you can do, one more configuration, you can write IP DHCP exclude, and you can write here exclude IP address. Example, I am using 1.1 as a gateway, so I don't want to give this IP to anyone. So I am saying don't give this IP to anyone. I am saying to DHCP server, please don't give this IP to anyone. This configuration is done. Now I will save the configuration. After that you can go to any computer. Example, I open the desktop this one like PC9, and I can go to desktop, click IP config and click DHCP and wait here. If you see, we get the IP 192.168.1.2 and the gateway is 192.168.1.1 and subnet mask whatever we give that came here. Example, if you want to define some more parameter, like I need to define the DNS also, then you need to copy the same thing, you need to go there, I will go there, okay. After that I will write here DNS server and define the DNS server IP. Example, I will give this one as a DNS server, and then I will save the configuration. I will go to this computer again, I will click static, then again I will click DHCP and I will wait. If you see, now we get this IP also 8.8.8. so now what we are getting the DNS server IP also. Later we can install one DNS server also, whatever. Now we don't have DNS server, so I am using the Google DNS as a DNS server, but anyhow later we can put one server and we can say that is a DNS server. So now this machine get the IP, you can try 2-3 machine and check it is working or not. So if I do here, let's see, this is also getting 192.168.1.3. I can do the same thing here. Let me go here and do here like let's see here, yeah, 192.168.1.4, and let me do here also again. I will go here, I will give here 192.168.1.5. so you can do for all this computer, you will get same procedure you need to follow, okay. Just you need to click here, they will do the DORA process. After that, with the help of that DORA process, you will get the IP to your computer. Just randomly I will click any computer, but you need to do for all the computer. If you see, now we get 1.7, so 7 computers we get. You can get all whatever you want, you can get. Just click DHCP, you will get the IP 1.8. Let me take one more here. If you see, like when I click DHCP, we get the IP 192.168.1.9, and if you see, DHCP request successful. So whatever the request sent by our computer, that is successful, we receive the IP. So you need to remember, this way we will configure. If you are confused, we can copy paste the configuration here. Let me copy paste this configuration here and I will show you. Let me put in the notepad. I will put this configuration in the notepad here. Let me put here and let me remove the remaining configuration whatever is not needed. So if you see here, just I am removing the extra configuration whatever is not needed. So this is just simple configuration. No need to worry. If you have any issue, you can WhatsApp us, we will support you, okay. Just I am putting the main configuration here, main configuration I am putting. Sorry, I deleted this one, so let me put this here and let me remove this because I am not keeping this. So remove this and remove this all, and if you see this one, and remove this all, okay. No confusion, right? This is simple. Just I am removing whatever configuration we done, just I am removing that one. So here I can remove this also because we are inside only, so we can put this command. Let me show you. Let me move this configuration above. If you see, this is only the configuration. If you want, I can add here like enable config T and remaining configuration remains same. So this is a configuration which generally we are doing. Like here I can write R1 configuration or like that we are doing in the class. So I can write R1 configuration here, and here if you need I can write here like this. Here I can write like DHCP lab, okay. If you have any doubt, let me know. This is the configuration I can copy and I can paste here. So this is the configuration of DHCP server. So what we done here, we configure the router, CISCO router as a DHCP server in the CISCO packet tracer. You can do same thing in real environment or in the packet tracer or in the GNS3 anywhere or in the EVNG. You can do, you can follow the same method. Even in real scenario also you can follow this way, okay. Thank you.